Starting today, the city of Scottsdale is banning anybody under the age of 16 from riding certain e-bikes on city streets. The new ordinance is meant to protect young riders and also requires all electric bikes on city roads of a certain kind to be registered with the state. The policies were approved by the city council earlier this month, and they are now officially in effect. So what does this mean? Officer Aaron Boland from the Scottsdale Police Department is here this afternoon. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it, officer. All right, so first of all, tell us what this ordinance is all about.
It's really about safety and then also about education. So 3 different ordinances were passed. Only one really has to do with an age limit or restriction on just Class 3 e-bikes. The other parts of the ordinance actually have to do with education. Education that will be at the merchants or those that sell e-bikes in Scottsdale. They have to have a warning sign up about the age restriction now. They also will give out pamphlets of educational information to those that are buying them, especially for children, and especially under the age of 16. That we're helping to have parents and those that are buying maybe for a child have that guidance, just have that education of what's allowed, what's not allowed, what's safest, what's the best practices. And then the third part will be a decal element. And so going forth, then Class 3 e-bikes are supposed to have a decal on them when they're being sold.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, you know, as a parent sometimes I'll see a 10 or 12-year-old kid in my neighborhood riding one of these e-bikes. They do like 30 miles an hour and they're right there on the street. And they may be able to control the bike, but do they know the rules of the road? So this kind of makes sense.
Yeah, knowing the rules of the road is super important if you choose to operate on the road. Again, if you're on a manual bike with no helper motor at all, and you're choosing to ride on the roadway, you do need to know the rules of the road. You need to know you need to stop for stop signs, for red lights, and follow other traffic control devices. Staying in a bike lane or staying to the right side of the roadway when you're riding in the roadway. For Scottsdale, the idea behind limiting Class 3 e-bikes to those that are 16 and over.
Explain Class 3 really quickly.
Yeah, so Class 1, 2, and 3 all have operable pedals.
They help you out with your pedaling.
Right. So if you're looking at an e-bike and you see one that has pedals, or you're looking at one that doesn't have any pedals, it just has the pegs that are out to the side like a motorcycle, that's actually an electric motorcycle. But let's focus on the e-bikes, right, with the pedals. They have the pedals. Class 3s, with the help of pedal assist, can go up to 28 miles per hour. And so again, you're taking someone who doesn't maybe know the rules of the road, doesn't have a driver's license, never had that driver education, giving them something that can go upwards of almost 30 miles an hour. That can be a really dangerous situation. And so that, again, really coming from a place of safety, but then also making sure parents are having education and being able to make those educated choices for their child, super important. And the education doesn't stop there. Just as far as the merchants and the sellers, we'll also be giving out information to the schools in Scottsdale to make sure they can be disseminated to parents.
So getting the word out. When parents go in and buy these bikes, you're saying, hey, this is what you're getting into. So let's say you find somebody who's 15 now going forward riding one of these bikes. Do they get a citation? How's that work?
They could be subject to citation. Honestly, for a little bit now, we're really going to be focused still more on education. This is a new ordinance. It's a new law. We're really not looking to go out there and write as many tickets as we can. That's not the intent here. The intent here really is to make e-bikes safe for everybody. They are fun. Let's not forget that. They're meant to be fun, and they can be fun. And so we just want them to be safe. We want the riders that are going to use them to be safer. So again, if you're under 16, Class 3 e-bikes in Scottsdale are off limits to you as of today. You can still ride the Class 1s and the Class 2s and still have a great time with that. We always recommend helmets, and we see so many kids with helmets, but they don't buckle them underneath.
You got to wear the chin strap. You may as well
wear
not have the helmet on.
Otherwise, when you fall, it could roll off and still hit your head, and we see some injuries that way too. So really just looking to have everybody be safe, but also get that education piece out there so people can just know more about it and be smart.
Well, thank you for coming in. Thank you for what you do in the community.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.